Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing the 2025 Burlington Crosstown presented by Yeet Street Discs. Today, round one, we started at Chimney Hills in Burlington, North Carolina at the Valley Golf Course. This is one of the newest courses in the Burlington area, and it has very huge potential to be a great course and one that maybe one day could possibly host a tour event, which would be pretty amazing to see. But it was a hot day, at least for round one before the storms came in round two. But it was a fun round, very good round. I enjoyed it. Probably shot one of my best rounds I've had out here. This is not an easy course, and the final scores after round one kind of show that it's not an easy course. But started off on hole 13, throwing my reactor. Caught an early tree. I caught a lot of trees out there today, but I was able to scramble fairly well. I just picked up a new Sumo today to replace the one I aced with a few weeks ago. So I throwed the Sumo there. It was my first throw with it. I actually bought it that morning, or this morning. This is for par, a long putt for par. I had a little issue with a lot of my putts going left today, just starting left. I couldn't find my line very well to start the putts, but like I say, I scrambled pretty well today. But I started with a bogey. Moving on to hole 14. Throwing the trance here. I'm still kind of getting used to this trance. I really liked it when I first threw it. That was just a yank. Yanking myself over. That wasn't the disc. I'm trying to get used to the stability on it. It's not as understable as I kind of expected it to. Here I'm throwing my Envy, just trying to pop it up, punch it out into the fairway, which I did. Actually got it pretty close to the pin. Got it pin high just right, and this is to save the par. But I'm going to take another bogey here. So 2 bogeys in a row to start. Not a great start, but I think we're going to be able to hopefully kind of stop that. Hole 15, throwing the Scorch. Give it a good rip up the middle. It was a fine throw. Caught a late tree. Knocked it straight down. Have the Envy here for my upshot. I'm sorry, not the Envy, that's the balance. Through the balance, and it was just a little inside, probably too stable in the disc for what I needed. I probably could have done the Reactor instead, or the Envy. The Envy would have probably been just fine, but just tossed up, took my par here. This course has a good number of par 4s and a couple of par 5s. The hole 16 through my servo. Right down the middle, a little bit high on it, so it kind of faded out a little more than I wanted it to. All I had here was just a toss up and take the par. I didn't have any line to the basket. This big tree here was blocking me, so I just had to kind of toss it out to the right, take the par. Hole 17, throw the trance again, 257 feet. It's not a long hole. Just once again, I threw it a little bit too high. I felt like I threw it well, just a little too high, which if you throw it too high, it's going to stall out. And kind of fall left, so I gave it a good run here. Once again, I'm left with that putt. I didn't even nowhere even near starting it on line. I started it left of the basket for some reason, but a little toss back here for the par, and easy par. I missed my drive on this one, but I hit first available tree, so I'm still a long ways out. But took my Enemy and just absolutely laced it down the middle. It was a beautiful throw for what I needed, and I'm going to have a servo here. I'm going to take a little patent pending. I'm just going to rip over on it and right down the pipe. 2 good shots in a row on this hole. Taking the tempo, I'm just going to give it a little run at the basket. And out of the hand, I was like, this is all over it, and I was very close to the basket, so I have a tap in for par here. I was very close to making that shot. Hole 1, the next par 5, 18 and 1 are par 5s, so the course kind of starts with a 5 and ends with a 5. But throwing my servo, I had a good shot here. I had a little pull on it, but I made it through the gap. This enemy here, I thought I had made it through that big gap up there, and in my head I was like, yeah, I cleared it, and then I hit that tree. Depth perception was horrible, but through the watt right here, I was just trying to get it down the middle and kind of caught that tree. So I have the Envy. This is for the birdie. Kind of didn't hit the line like I wanted, so I'm a little bit left of the basket, but I've got this coming back here for more. This is probably about edge of circle. I'm gonna nail it. That one felt good. Hole 2, the shortest hole in the course, I believe, but also probably one of the more difficult ones because it's extremely narrow. And I'm just gonna throw the a thumber here with the motion. And I didn't even see I hit that tree until I watched the video. Like when I actually threw the disc, I did not realize I hit that first tree. But when you throw the disc vertical, you know, you can get through a lot more than when it's flat. But gave it a good run there for the birdie. Tapping. Hole 3, I'm going to throw the servo again. This is a par 4. And out of the hand, I felt like I threw it great, and I just caught that little tree. Just caught that little tree. Taking the tempo here, I'm trying to kind of give it a good ante shot, and which I did. But unfortunately I got into some really bad brush, and this is actually, I missed a shot here because I was in so much brush. All I could do was just toss out. So this is my par putt here, but you know, I missed the third shot, which was me just tossing out of the bushes into the fairway. It was like a 10-foot shot. I mean, I just got back to where I could putt and took the bogey. Hole number 4, par 3, throwing the servo again, giving it a good rip right down the pipe, and this is one of the best birdie attempts I'm going to have out here today, and I'm just going to I'm going to give it a good run, but you're going to see what happens here. In the basket, out of the basket. That's what I get for putting flat, I guess. Hole number 5, I'm going to throw the enemy on a forehand. The difference in my enemy and my motion, the enemy is going to fade faster. It does not glide as far as the motion. So I can really crank on it and know it's going to come back. So I don't throw the enemy for distance, I throw it more to hit certain lines. So I'm throwing the envy here and hit it perfect. Hit my line pretty well. I did catch a late tree, which just knocked me down, but I good throw. So this is a long shot here for birdie. And once again, it's left. Just left of the basket. And I'm gonna have a little tap in for par. Hole 6, I'm throwing my detour, and this one surprised me and let me down because out of the hand I thought I absolutely crushed it, and then I was going to be all over the basket, and I just hit that tree. It just out of the hand, it looked like it was perfect, and it wasn't. And those can demoralize you a bit, but just took the watt, little ante backhand, got it close to the basket. Easy toss in for par. Hole 7, going to take my volt for the first time today. I want to make sure that everything right is OB. That's a big creek, and if you're in it, you're OB. So I took the volt to make sure I went left, and I didn't quite hit the line I wanted. Then I caught a late tree as well. But this is my envy. I'm gonna throw it right at the basket, and just missed going in the basket, and kind of skidded to the left a bit. Gotta have this coming back for the. This is probably 18 feet, and. Gonna catch that putt. Hole 8, this is one of the signature holes on the course. I'm throwing the volt again, and I hit it just right. I have the sumo. I'm throwing up to the chimney there. The basket's right behind the chimney. This is why they call it Chimney Hills, because there's a chimney on the hill. But I tried to slide it up there, and I caught the brick on the chimney, which kind of left me back here. This is a long birdie putt. And I just about cash it in, just a little right. I feel like on my straddle I'm right, and on my stagger I'm left. I gotta figure out how to get it to the middle. Hole number 9, I'm gonna throw the sumo. This is a very left to right hole, and I actually hit a perfect drive. I mean, playing for par, this is a very bad decision here. I'm gonna pause this for a second. That's a bad decision for me to make this throw, and let me explain why. I'm on a hill slanted right to left, so the hill is throwing a disc on hyzer here, or even on backhand at all, is a very bad shot, very bad decision. I should have thrown a forehand here, or if I had to throw a backhand, I should have gone anhyzer. Trying to throw this flat was a horrible decision, because as soon as that disc starts to come back left, it's coming down that hill and it's going away from the basket. So the only way you're going to save this is you have to hit the chains. And I did not do that. And instead, I hit the ground and slid about 20 feet away from the basket. I'm way down this hill now. Horrible decision. Don't do that. Think better for yourself. Because now I took a bogey instead of an easy par. Throw forehands in that situation. Hole 10, throwing the detour on a thumber. I just wanted to get it down the middle. And this one, I'm laying up, and watch this. It just gets down and just rolls. This hill is so steep. So this is my par putt, and I gave it the height it needed. It was just too much height. And I'm over 6 feet tall. I'm just over 6 feet, and you can see how tall this basket is, how high up it is. I mean, that basket's like 10, 11 feet in the air from that position. I throw my motion here, and the motion, because it's a little bit more glide than the enemy, you can see it was a great throw, because I was able to glide it down that hill and then finish right. The enemy would have been way right and may have hit some trees. So that's why I have both of those discs in the bag, because the motion will glide further. And that was me just, not surprised that I'm hitting more trees. The Sumo did exactly what I wanted it to do. I'm glad to have that disc back in the bag. The Zone OS was great, for me, but that Sumo was something else. And that was just a bad putt. That was a really bad putt. I should not have missed that one. I missed my drive on our last hole, hole 12, but this is where I landed. That creek is OB, and I just said I'm going to take my par here. I didn't really have a good shot for the bird, so I just laid up for the par. But as you can see here, I am tied for second currently at 6 over par, and this was an 870 rated round. So 6 over was 870 rated. So that just kind of goes to show you how difficult this course can be. I believe the best round of the day was 8 down, I think, and that was only one person. I believe MA1 or MA2 was like 1 under, I think. I'd have to go back and look, but it was right around even somewhere. So this course has some teeth to it. If you're in the Burlington area, I highly recommend coming out and playing this course, because it is definitely worth it. It's, like I say, it's a newer course in the area. It still needs a little upkeep to it for the most part. Maybe a couple of trees taken out. It's still a little raw, but it's ready to play. It's open to public. Come out and play it, because, like I say, I think it has potential to be a very good course if you're looking to really test yourself. It plus the Regulator is going to be, I think, a 1-2 punch that's going to be very good for the future for Burlington Disc Golf. But as always, thanks so much for watching. I'll be bringing round 2 from Springwood Park next time. We got postponed. Today we got through 8 holes. We were on our 9th hole when the storm came up, lightning started, and it was lightning for over an hour. And we tried to kind of push through it and wait it out, but they eventually called it for the day. We're going to come back at 9 a.m. and finish it out. So I'll be bringing you that one probably tomorrow or Monday. And then round 3 from the Regulator, which is going to be, I can't even imagine what that's going to be like tomorrow, because that course will kill you. But thanks so much for watching, and catch you again next time.